Well, hello everyone. This is Dr. Shelley Plum, and this is a Straight Talk with Plum Talk. I am here with an amazing specialist. Today we have Michelle Luongo. Now, Michelle, for those of you not aware, is an advanced feng shui consultant, and she has agreed to join us. We are thrilled to have you, Michelle. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for having me.
We're just honored to have you here today. You know, we are here today to talk about a very important topic, and a topic that, Michelle, a lot of our guests have been asking more about, and that is clearing clutter from their lives, their homes, and it really seems to be a hot topic now that the new year has started. So for our guests out there, from a feng shui standpoint, what exactly is clutter, and how do you think it limits our forward progression in life?
Clutter is anything in your home that is not useful to you, is taking up space, and things that you actually don't love and don't reflect who you are today. That could be anything from books to a pile of newspapers that you didn't have time to read, magazines, collections. It doesn't have to be something negative. It could just be things that you've collected over the years and they're just taking up space. So the important part of that is addressing what is it that we can clear from our space that no longer serves us.
I understand that. How about like memorabilia? You know, it may not, oh gosh, reflect what we are today, but it brings back memories. What is that considered clutter?
It's not considered clutter if you get a really good feeling from it when you look at it. We're looking for things in the environment that kind of drag our energy down, such as maybe a gift from a previous relationship that didn't end very well, things from maybe your childhood that don't have fond memories for you. So everything in our environment needs to be things that uplift us and make us feel good when we look at those things. That's not to say that, that you need to get rid of them. It's to say, do we have to display every single thing that we own? That goes towards collections, or it could be, things that you inherited, say from your grandmother. It's just really important that when you look at it, it makes you feel good. Most important.
That makes a lot of sense. It really does. Now, there's one thing I know you and I have talked before about clutter, and actually we did a program together, which was wonderful. You talk about clutter as, how did you refer it? As a confusing energy, an energy that actually zaps our own personal energy. Can you explain maybe what you mean by that?
Yes, it actually creates a situation where you have kind of lack of focus. It makes communications difficult because you don't have clarity. When these things are taking up space in your home, it kind of diverts your focus, to something else. So that's kind of the confusing energy. The other part of it is that clutter is taking up space in your life, which is kind of not allowing you to have a clear focus on where you want to go, what are you looking to attract into your life, and to have that forward progress, opportunities, new relationships, better health. So it kind of zaps our energy level when we have all of these things around us and when we don't have a clear focus of where it is that we want to go. So that's the confusing energy, that's what
Right.
it creates. And it could be children too. I mean, it could be all these toys in their room that kind of divert their focus from schoolwork or, whatever it is that they need to do in their room. So that's kind of the term confusing as to how it creates that situation in a home.
Right, and that makes a lot of sense, and I will share with the guests out there that you helped me in my home. And one thing I'll share with you that made a huge difference in my professional life is something as simple as clearing my desk at the end of the day. because I can tell you, I understand the concept of the confusing energy, because when my desk was cluttered and I started the day that way, my day did not go very well.
Yeah, it creates kind of a feeling of chaos and a lot of drama going on in that space. And so, starting your day with a kind of a clean slate, so to speak, is really, because our desk is, we need to be productive there. So absolutely, it's huge help when you start your day that way.
Oh, perfect, perfect. So I can tell you that from my standpoint, and a lot of the guests that I have talked to, and Plum Talk guests, it's a little daunting when you're in a state of clutter in your homes or in your life. It's sometimes confusing knowing where to start as far as eliminating the clutter, and sometimes when we're confused, we don't start at all. So can you give our guests maybe three to five take-home tips that they can use to start decluttering their life?
First of all, what you need is to start small. Start in the kitchen, let's say, in the junk drawer. We all have a junk drawer in our kitchen, and it's okay to have a junk drawer. But when's the last time you actually cleaned that drawer out and really looked at what was in there? The second thing is set a time limit. Say, okay, for the next half an hour, I am going to work on this drawer, and I am going to, kind of clean this drawer and organize and throw things out or give things away, which creates good karma, actually. So, most importantly is to start small. Secondly is, give yourself a time limit and don't set unrealistic goals. Don't say I'm going to unrealistic goals. Don't say I'm going to do my closet when it's just totally overwhelming. It's such a big job. When I work with clients, I tell them, get yourself 3 bins. This bin is, okay, this is going. I don't need it. It's broken. It needs to be fixed, whatever. The second bin is the maybe bin. We're a little undecided as to whether we want to release that item. And then, of course, the third bin is what we're going to keep. And that makes it a little bit easier, more systematic to really look at everything and say, do I love it? Does it serve a function in my life? And does it make me feel good, when I look at that item or whatever? So that's really the easiest way to get started. And it can be a very overwhelming experience because clutter is related to our emotions. You are emotionally hanging on to something. And so releasing that is going to, first of all, make you feel better. It has a huge effect on your health. You have a higher energy level, and it gives you the confidence to move on to the next drawer or the next cabinet or the next closet. And so that's really the best way to do it, to get started with it.
Oh,
and it's
wonderful.
That first step that's the most difficult.
Is actually getting started. So that makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
And the 3 bin rule, you got me started on that, and I still use it. It's been really wonderful. And I didn't know, too, the connection to decluttering your life and your health, that's a definite connection, yes?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. You can feel a little drained while you're doing the process, but the next day you feel lighter and you're happier and you just feel better, releasing those things that no longer serve you any longer. It opens up space in your life for something new to come in. And a lot of people don't realize that part of it. Once you release these things, it makes space in your home for something new.
Right. Wonderful. Well, Michelle, those are certainly very wonderful tips, and I want to take this opportunity to thank you for joining us today. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. It was a pleasure. Love seeing you. Great catching up with you again.
Yes, this is wonderful. And for all the guests out there, if you would like to contact Michelle, we have listed her contact number. You have her website. It's balanceliving.inc.com. Her email and her phone number is listed there as well. Again, Michelle, we thank you. And for all of you out there, I'd like to remind you that this is Straight Talk with Plum Talk. This is Dr. Shelley Plum. You can contact us at plumtalkwomen.com. Our email is info@plumtalkwomen.com. We'll see you all soon. Thank you.